Hey boss, can you hear me? Give us a check, we're back. Yoo-hoo. So Gatam, are you here? Can you hear me? So regarding the laser rifles, I find them very cool in both Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas, but due to high difficulty, they just don't have damage. Or you don't have just enough ammo to keep using when it's good early. So either you have to fully invest into the build, full crit, fully modified, or a unique version to actually be usable. While in Fallout 4, it's the laser rifle is good because it's a less of a bullet sponge. And the perks are overpowered. Fallout 4 just throws everything in your face. Okay, let's have a nice chill Bell Brother stream here and have some nonsense chat like we know what's going on in the world. Where were we? Yeah, because the perks did make it good to get the build, so you have to go full invest. And since the presence of the bright cultists, you get plenty of ammunition. They maybe even overdid it with the bright followers. And you have the convert. You have also overcharge and max charge, which makes it worth full investing. But still, the one that shoots 3 times is gonna be doing way more damage. The laser one is not gonna have a stopping power for a dead claw if you pull more than one. Can we have a let's play of Fallout 4 one day or never? We already played this on Fallout 4. It's always ends up in disappointment. The last time it got bugged with Brotherhood Quest, and there was no way to fix it. Every time some disappointment happens, it's just the game doesn't want to be played. 3 beam is super fragile. Well, just collect all the materials and use the weapon repair kits. Finish dead money and repair forever. Have you seen me play Fallout 4 or Spartov? I played like that and don't even do the story because story sucks. Okay, what do we have here? Nope. Nope. What's this? Going north. Nope. Let's go south. Yeah, I feel like most people experiences that. I mean, they care more about the open world and the atmosphere than care about the story. The shitty Bethesda writing doesn't help it either. They create amazing open worlds with some very decent atmosphere, and they should stick to that. They tried turning their games into some repetitive action games lately, from my experience. It's almost like they hired some of those guys from their older Bethesda games. it does have some fun times with the action in Fallout 4 for sure, but after a while it feels repetitive and not meaningful at all. The online Fallout achieved one thing for me. It made Fallout 4 feel even worse. Feel like some experiment for a multiplayer game. Fallout 4 feels like now just a better version of the multiplayer version. That's what I love. That's what I love. I love entering a fight and connecting two shots. I'm really excited about the future of Bethesda games. See if they're gonna fuck it up even further. How further can they streamline it and make it even more actiony? Or are they going to actually make a good game for once? Funny thing is, it would actually look really good if Witcher 3 was never released. The Fallout 4, probably Game of the Year. I'm glad that CD Projekt Red exists. And they make Bethesda look bad. So fucking glad for that. I miss this music. Just what I need today. Talking nonsense and fighting brigands. We overdid it yesterday, boys. Overdid it. Over 11-hour stream. I was starting to get integrated into my chair. The game will never live up to the hype, probably. The hype is always bigger than most games. That's how it is. But hype makes us go through our miserable daily lives a little bit easier. There's always gonna be next thing to be hyped about. What the? 39 both hits. Skyrim 2. Wow. Jesus, man, what the shit? I love when you have the good bows. How often legendary armors and weapons covered? It's random, influenced by the events and the settlement, like arriving with a caravan or patrolling roads. If it's a big castle, it can be way more stuff. You know, guys, I don't really wanna, beat the dead horse, but you know what this DLC reminds me, especially of late? You know how much they fucked up the Desert Kingdoms in Rome 2 and the whole Rome 2 state of the game with that DLC without actually polishing it after release. Split the modding community in half. Range, you know. Hey, Firefox. Yeah, somebody linked me that one. It reminded me of how much I was excited for the desert factions, and they couldn't even patch the basic bugs out of it. Those bugs were fixed by the modders years ago. So they released the new content on top of the shit that was already in the game, and they have not seen if it works. So they introduced new content on top of old bugs, and it doesn't even work. All the mods have been fixed that like 4 years ago. So they didn't even bother checking if it works when they were doing it. Primary example, mercenary old new units get buffs from the armed traditions, while the new units, which are now versions of those mercenary units, part of a core faction which was introduced with the game, do no longer get affected by the armed traditions. Somebody who was going through that didn't even realize there were two versions of the units. It's like he didn't get the memo that they introduced new units to the game. So what does this mean? This means, just imagine they released Malus, and they made those new units, and they didn't put any battle skills or technologies. And they just left it like that. Left it. While enough people cry for Warhammer 2 and they usually patch it. And the worst thing is they posted in their blog, on Total War blog, message that they will fix it. They would, polish what they released for Rome 2 with the new updates, and never happened. They just abandoned it and went working on the saga. And I cannot find that post ever, nowhere. Just disappeared from that other blog as well, and it was there. If you go look one of my older streams, you can probably find it on a YouTube video. That was really low. That's probably the worst thing they've done, in my eyes. The secret assembly. Yeah, but eventually these things get fixed, Akatama. While in Rome 2 they just abandoned it after saying they would patch it. You know how they release a DLC, Akatama, and then like 5-6 weeks later they, drop a hotfix, some kind of patch to fix the bugs? Well, this game has never seen it. So they released bugged factions and never fixed it. And they charge you money for this. Go to Steam. This one, not this one. This one. This one. They charge you mediocre fantasy units which don't even get proper buffs. You guys remember that video Legend did with abuse of the resource in Troy? Well, apparently they patched it recently, and people are saying they made it worse. Now it's even more abusable. I don't even know anymore. I mean, it's like, holy shit! If I was playing Troy and that happened, I would have been so salty, so ranty. Probably would have made a, one of those videos. Well, I would just bury them on YouTube. My 300 viewers. It's like, what the fuck are they doing? It's a system of resources where you're managing resources. They don't even have a caps on it. There are no like storages, storehouses, granaries. And it gets out of control because nobody even made a basic trade system. It's so fucking simple, this system with the resources. And they screwed that up as well. I'm not even playing Troy. What the hell fuck am I even complaining? But this is, the half-assing we are receiving, guys. The Warhammer has been receiving this half-assing as well. You know what a lot of people missed? When they added tic-tac-toe, whoever was patching the new regions down there in the desert, listen to this. They created a second type of desert attrition. So there were two types of desert attrition. And somebody forgot to assign other units to that type of desert attrition. So you had immunity to attrition, but you didn't have immunity to the second type of desert attrition. You would take attrition on the roads from the desert. There were two types of desert attrition. And then they patched it, they didn't even put in the patch notes. And they try hard with those patch notes. That was the same shit with Vampire Coast. They introduced new type of attrition, but the attrition immunities don't work for it until they patch a year later. Every time the same shit. So every time they do the same lazy shit, and then when they patch it, instead of patching the stuff that is supposed to be patched, they have to patch their laziness and their half-assing, instead of giving us a proper polish. Every single fucking time. We need like 2 years, every 2 years we get a proper update. Everything else just patching their half-assing. I have a necromancer here, huh? If there was only a good competitor for CN Warhammer RTS, the strategy genre is almost dead. Almost dead outside a couple of games. And it's not wise to get into it. There's almost no viewers in the foreseeable future for strategy games. Unless you already have a brand that's been selling for decades. Like Civilization, Total War, Paradox Games. So anybody working on a strategy game is most likely gonna be facing negative results. So they just drop all the strategy games into doing something else. I mean, even the CA is trying to branch out. That working on another FPS game and on a card game. They don't even have any teen audience. Teens these days don't go into strategy games. Maybe when they get into mid-20s they try strategy games. But they miss a decade of money. It's a business. Well, Bethesda has been half-assing for decades, not even properly patching their games, and they're still in business. And they have serious competition. Alex, did you read that interview with Sid Meier of Civ fame, who said he wouldn't play Civ today or any Civ game because they are too hard? No, he didn't say that. Civilization 4 was way harder than Civ 5 and Civ 6. I don't believe that. It was actually wrong to make a move like this, but I guess we'll just hold our ground here. We should have went one back. Like I said, we're just gonna be talking today here and not really bothering by playing, just clicking to pass the time. We're on a chill day today. Hey, Big Barry. Taking 3 archers against the undead, that's not good. Yoo-hoo! Armor is taking long to repair, even with oh my god. Okay. What just happened there? How do we get hit 2 in a row? What's Joe's defense there? 24. This is a scary spot for Hydra, but she'll be fine. Underdog. I did do something with this team now. Hey English Cake, anyone else physically ill after last night? Man, I overdid it. That scene was way too long. I was supposed to be off like 3 hours before it ended. Feeling exhausted today. Off with his head! It's because somebody added 10 more English cake. No, it was a $300 donation. You were more exhausted than me, it seems. It was 10 more out-resolves and ban on Mongols. I think you're thinking about that one. One Niths left unbanned. Nothing good, really. Terror guys, which take too long to recruit. Shit unit because of recruit time. It's definitely a shit unit for the Vampire Coast. They need to better have a technology affect the Terror guys as well. That's one of the problems. Well, English Cake, have you seen exclamation mark next? How much was it? You can see the total in the previous. I'm still stunned. Still stunned. It's over 4 times, Dallas. Over 4 times after fees. But tell my brother he would probably go into depression. If Fellowship of the North, there would have been nothing, probably. Goddamn Sir Royalty. That much money makes the next 2-3 months pretty worries for me. Because I had some expenses in the last 2 months, and usually the September and August are not very good for streaming money. Because people are on vacations. Especially after you play a whole month of a non-main game on your stream. People are definitely very generous with this one. It's pretty much almost the amount of money we raised when we were doing the PC 2.5 years ago. So royalty is like, hold on, I have the perfect meme, hold on. This shit used to be so funny. This is one my friend from England sent me, it's been like 7 years now, I think. No, 6. 6 years, 5 years? Oh man, time flies, I don't know. I think it was 5 years. Except replace Donald Trump with dear bro. Okay. Kirkman seller for PC when? Well, the PC Gold will have like 20-minute months in the pool, so that's gonna be more than enough. Across probably like 3 months, so extra minute months for those categories as well. We're gonna be busy for a while after that. $3,000. Usually, after ending like yesterday, pushing 11 hours and finishing that, all that roller coaster of emotions, water hails, laughs, I think everybody needs a day off. But I don't do day off, so this is what we're doing today. Talking nonsense and clicking here. Well, you need to figure out when it's ending in the month. English King, and just do a silent snipe. That's the most effective. And don't feel bad about it at all. Man of the month status ends on creation time after midnight. And top sub gifts and top cheers end up on Twitch time, California time, I think. What are we gonna do here? This one is repairing. The blacksmith is noticeable, but we're going between too many bells. What's the tax in Croatia? 25%. Still 25%. Depends on what things, right? Not on everything. So that's why the graphic cards are way more expensive here than in some other countries. Regarding a lot of internet stuff, it's a gray area. They're very lenient with this here, which is a good thing. You're gonna pay taxes for the PC anyways. You pay taxes on the when you buy it. And Twitch money is already taxed, you know, through USA. Who are we looking for here? It doesn't work like this here, really. This is not really, you know, registered business. But enough about this talk. Lost the boar spear. So how are we? How can we clear this? He's a drunk. So is the third option to get rid of drunk? Yeah, same here, royalty here, same here. Same here, and depends how much. You know, if you pass over a certain limit, you pay more. You actually have to pay. It's not as strict as an American, some of the bigger countries here in Croatia. We are. You know, like there's famous people here that own a lot of tax money and they've been owing it for years. In America you end up in a prison. Here they just put you on a list and everybody can see that you owe money and they can shame you. They actually call it the shame list. And there's, you know, people who have millions and sometimes on that list. And you know, usually the media always talks about it, so they pay eventually. For the rich people, tax is always a problem, and everywhere I think. Either, you know, trying to avoid it, or you know, they don't report it. But for small stuff, it's usually just ignorable. Unless you pay a certain amount. If I ever, get to the, really big, money, I will lose a lot of money to tax. It'd be big money in Croatia, but for Americans would be peanuts. Well, we'd always have to do some math, if you're there or not. If you don't report it, eventually, find out and you have to pay it, So, either way, they make you pay. Like in my case, if I double it, probably a third of it might go to tax. If I double my incomes, what I'm making right now. Which might happen in future, or might never happen. You just deal with it when it comes, Declare that you live in a tax haven like Monaco. Move to Monaco. He's angry. Oh. Ooh, that's fucked up. That's fucked up. Where's the beer? God damn it. What are we gonna do about that? We don't have any cocoa. The Muslims don't have alcohol here. God damn. He might leave us now, right? He was only unhappy from the injury. He's a drunk and we discipline him. This is the second item he lost. I want to get rid of drunk because I want that melee attack, melee skill back. This is gonna be bad RNG here, and we have to do a mission. He's been with the company for way too long. He might just get over it. This bad RNG is bound to happen. Okay, he's disgruntled. Okay, we're good. No extra bad RNG. If he was red and there was another complaint thing, he would have left us. Like Akatama left us in the last company. the hell are we chasing here? Are we chasing Ifrits? Oh, hold on, guys. Hold on. Okay, there's some issues with Discord. Here. Yeah, drunks are can be a problem in the party, but it's a good trait. With the other starts good. Or Tifrits. So Drunk gives you 10% more damage and 5 resolve. At a cost of 5 melee skill and 10 range skill. In current situation, it's actually pretty good for him. But I'd still rather have 5 more melee skill in this situation than 10% more damage. He has impressive resolve and good enough melee skill with very impressive melee defense. More damage is amazing. No, it lowers the skills but increases the damage and resolve. I think some audio issues with Discord, I don't know why. Ever since the Windows 10 updated, it's causing some issues there. These are just spirits possessing rocks and sand. Have crushing damage and they merge. They do throw rocks. They are medium or big. Small ones are almost harmless. this many, it should be something on the top, right? Yeah. The big ones are dangerous if they hit the head. Rate of injuries is high in these fights. You can always get fucked by the RNG here. I was looking for that emote yesterday, Kong Glock. Pepe Meltdown. I don't remember what it was. I was talking with Booker about the depth of campaign gameplay in the recent Total Wars, especially the Warhammer. And you know, we kind of want more depth, you know, to the game. And then you know, you see stuff like this. How do I enjoy this game? I thought it would. I bought it when it was on sale way back, and I just can't enjoy it. And I usually love RTS games. Everything just seems so complicated, and I don't want to buy DLC or Warhammer 1 to get armies and might be interested in. How do I enjoy it? Vanilla, I guess. So we're trying to get more depth, you know, in these games, but apparently it's a very complicated game. So, you know, devs see this shit, and you know, they don't want to go deep, because, you know, if they get too deep, the devs themselves will drown. Yeah, the strategy games seem complicated to a lot of people because they don't play strategy games. And then they, you know, come to forums year after year after year after year, and then we get very streamlined games. Just how it is. I was just talking about how the growth and loss system of Rome and Medieval 2 was the pinnacle of campaign, you know, stats for the management. And then just like forced, you know, the different systems just for the sake of difference, but they don't feel the same. I feel like the CA is allergic to people telling that their games all the same, just different settings. And they, because of that comment, that opinion, they're kind of making it worse themselves. So instead of improving on the Rome and Medieval 2 campaign systems, they made it worse with much less depth. When the base was good, but they just had to expand, you know, upon it. Instead, they just changed everything. Strategy games, but they're very, you know, design are supposed to have depth and a learning curve. So this does not really go in the favor of the modern consumer. Hence, the strategy games are falling out of favor. And games like Fortnite and some other ones, you know, are getting very, very popular. Very, very modern, you know, kids. I still have a feeling there's a hope for these people when they reach their mid-20s and they, you know, look at the games they missed, the strategy games especially. At that point, they might have lost all attention. Their attention spans are already exhausted, as they got used to the fast-paced games. Yeah, that's true, shit wizard. That's definitely true. It's like I get that feeling with like Asmongold and you know, the Asmongold streamer, where the phenomenal, pretty much the phenomenon, the massive audience. One day, you know, they're praising some shit. The other day, they're just, you know, setting you on fire. But sometimes it feels like I just tune in at the wrong time. But that's the situation I feel like with MMOs, because this is more like the around the MMOs. Feel like that with Wolsen and the people switch back to Path of Exile. You remember that shit wizard? Wolsen release and then back to Path of Exile? It's almost like that mob mentality is usually with this, what you're saying, with the masses moving on quickly. And this masses usually watch these big streamers. The Wolsen being probably the primary example in the recent history. What's going on with the Wolsen these days? But still, the hype was crazy, shit wizard. A game like this, getting so much players because of the masses and for even just Twitch alone. The game exploded because of it, you have to admit. And look at this, it's a dead game. Look at this. 24-hour peak, 700 players. All-time peak, 127,000. This is almost worse than... this is way worse than Three Kingdoms. This is insane. They got a lot of money, but it's almost like those people... I feel like I would have felt scammed on 120,000, 7,000 people. So the question is what they're gonna do with all that money. And in a digital age with you know, selling stuff like this, it's just a huge profit. And nobody can do anything against it. Just made money and they don't even have to fix the game. They're just gonna have a better reputation, right? So basically they cashed in their reputation if they don't fix the game. And there was definitely some fun parts in the game. This is literally a modern scam with this in this type of just in this business. Since it's digital, you basically just sacrifice your reputation, and you can make millions, right? And then people will just accept it. It was just a bad game, and these people made money, don't even put any effort to fixing it. Yeah, that's true. It's all about marketing. Just make the hype explode into on all proportions, and you don't even have to deliver. People gonna play the game 5 hours, 10 hours, and then like, sure, you know, it was okay, you know, people, you know, still playing, you know. It's like For Honor, you know. People watch people on Twitch, hundreds of thousands of people playing, viewing, and then like the, you know, peasant Steve says, you know, everybody's playing this game, I'm gonna play as well. And I'm, you know, 10 hours, spend $50, maybe some cosmetics, you know, loot boxes, whatever was in the game. It's okay, I don't want to spend more than 10 hours. They got your $50. There's millions of Steves out there. Twitch sold that game like crazy, I feel. You guys think For Honor will be successful? That was the Twitch doesn't exist. The only reason that the game actually sold well is because of the Twitch, I think. And this is gonna be happening more and more, I think. Guys, raise hands. How many of you have bought For Honor and haven't put in even 50 hours into the game? Heck, 30 hours. Come on, raise your hands. Because that's what it was like said at the game of the Twitch at the point. Elich, when are you gonna try For Honor? Are you having it For Honor? And then I'm talking with people. I'm seeing like, you know, they bought Honor, they're playing it, and it's like 8 hours, 10 hours, 11 hours. It's okay. Not for me, something like that. It was just the hype sell that game more than anything. I still feel to this day the most overhyped game in was Skyrim. I don't care what people say. You know, it's open world, it has great music, but if everything else is dog shit, it's still a good game. It's like, you know, atmosphere, open world, and music carried, carrying Bethesda. Everything else, you know, sucks. You know, maybe it's acceptable. You know, like range combat, may have been dog shit. Like writing, total dog shit. But the music, the open world is so fucking good that the rest that is so shit is acceptable. And the fact the mods exist, it's like the reason Bethesda still exists today. But I was there, guys. Day after day, talk about Skyrim into the Skyrim release. People were mind blown for the first week of the game, and after that, bugs, exploits. What the hell, these quests? I already finished the game in 3 days. But the music, the open world, we now wait for the mods. They didn't say they wait for the patches or DLCs or the expansions. More people were excited about the mods than anything else. And hence, you know, I feel like the Bethesda put minimal effort into improving it. You know, it just made it more cringe with some of the stuff they added. I know a lot of people who bought Skyrim and never even installed it, let alone played it more than 1 hour. Did I tell you guys the story of Twink? Twink was one guy from Texas. He's like the most special person I ever met on the internet. Not in a bad way. You know, he's a guy you want to have around because, you know, he's always, you know, doing some nonsense and making you, you know, put a face palm and then start laughing. And me and Matt, one of my friends back in the day, we play Skyrim. We put Requiem, we're having fun. It's like we're talking about the experience on the TeamSpeak, whatever. And Twin comes, he got his salary, guys. He's want to buy some games, and he buys Skyrim full price, by the way, $50, like 5 years later. And you know, he starts playing, installs the game, starts playing the game. He's excited, and then comes the coach animation. He asks, guys, how do I skip this animation thing, the intro? I don't care about the lore of the game. I want to see the gameplay. Kid you fucking not. At a time when they were releasing Game of Thrones, I had knew a few people that were just getting on with their lives. They couldn't really spend that much time into video games after being no lifing with me for a couple of years. And one of them bought Skyrim, and he was like, I'm gonna play it this weekend, that weekend, that weekend. 3 years later, he still hasn't played it because he's no time anymore. Now and then he's got a girlfriend. Game of Thrones is out, and instead of playing Skyrim, he was watching Game of Thrones and never really installed Skyrim like 9 years later. Every time there's a vacation time or some downtime, he does something else. My brother is becoming this person. And it's not that the life is just taking away his time. It's just he's lost. He doesn't care about it anymore. He just wants to do other things. Even if it's some trash console game for 2 hours every day. My brother, since he became a father, he's become a console player. From playing MOBAs, sometimes over 10 hours a day, League of Legends, Dota before that, he's now playing console games. For weekends are spent playing NBA, basketball on the, outside, and drinking beer. And he thinks it's a good game. It's like, as long as he thinks it's good, right? But what do the people think? He doesn't even know about this. It's like he doesn't care. All his friends play Raid Shadow Legends. They have no time for video games, but they somehow find 4 or 5 hours every day to play Raid, apparently. Kid you fucking not. I mean, he's like one of the guys, even bought an expensive phone, so it's a big resolution, big screen. He's showing me this game. I'm looking at it and I'm like, this almost looks like a game with depth, mobile game. It's playing me the systems and everything, and I'm asking, you play this, you play that, everybody's played that, but you guys don't have time to play games. What? He has a company laptop, from work. It's a pretty good laptop, good hardware, and he does everything on that. He doesn't even play that much console anymore, really. PC gaming is almost dead to him. I feel like most of his free time is spent drinking and playing basketball. That's what happens when you get married, I guess. I'm not talking basketball in, on in a video game. Like basketball, real basketball. It's very strange, as the years go by, these people change like this. Used to be, you know, hooked on the PC like it was their lifeline. And now this. And they're fucking up Templar here. Like changing over time? I don't know, man. I'm a creature of habit, you know. I like my stuff that I liked before, and I like complaining about things I liked before. Change is not always good. The thing is, he got a kid and he's not even really behaving any differently, he's just doing the same shit as before. Just less in the house. What I'm saying, he's doing pretty much what he wants. It's not about family in this case. The Pine Temple might be in trouble there if they hit him one more time. That's crazy, Mir. That's crazy. You know, I listen to the ASMR YouTubers, and I feel like lately in the last couple of weeks, nearly every single one of them got sponsored by the Raid Shadow Legend. And most of them saying it's a complex and deep game. I guess they've never really played any other mobile games than like Tetris or something. I'm finding, you know, really strange. I guess, you know, they're talking about mobile games. No, it's actually different message, but I guess they have like 10 different ones which are almost saying the same thing. You guys know that game, O Game, the idle games, the one you would play with the browser. So my brother used to be crazy about that. He used to be crazy about that, and he's like one of those people. Will never get out of the bed. It's if a fucking earthquake, flood, Armageddon outside. If he doesn't get his sleep, he's not getting out of his bed. No fucking way. He's not getting out of bed. But they were changing the window in the room. They just put sheets over him, and he still kept sleeping. The workers, you know. And At the time, the only way his wife could get him out of the bed, when he made her check his O game, to see if everything's going smoothly, and the main way to wake him up was like to tell him you're getting attacked in O game. He would just jump out of the bed. It was like he's like he was never sleeping. It's like alarm. Ever since he stopped playing O game, he's like it's impossible to wake him up. Impossible. I hear him sometimes they argue like in the morning on a Sunday because like just can't get him out of bed. But when he used to play that O game, it was like total different person. Where is that person gone? It's like when you see like in the movies and TV shows, like somebody's sleeping and then they wake you up. Oh shit! I can't go back to sleep anymore. It's like that's it. Now we have to stay up. No, he's just back in. Like could be the end of the world. It's not gonna bother him. But to say that he was getting attacked in the O game, and it's almost like a synth get like sets to a different type of programming, different person, and that person is gone. It doesn't exist anymore. But I'm saying, when you're excited about things and when you're actually doing things that are interesting in you in your life, it's almost like you have more energy. It's like you have a drive, you have a zeal. Ever since he got married, it's gone. It's gone. He's doing the same shit again, but not longer in the house, It's like he has a gul'dan on his neck draining his life forces. That's what I'm saying. I mean, depression is it's the modern, it's like, it's not suffering depression only in modern times. But this is something else. Everybody has depression every now and then, right? It's become a normal thing. But losing that zeal, that drive, like when you wake up in the morning knowing that you're going to spend a whole day farming brilliance and you're going to have a happy face for the rest of the day, it's like for him it's gone. It's no longer exist. He used to have this when he used to play these games, Now it's like become like a more like a chore, like routine. Doesn't exist anymore. That's what I noticed over the years, at least. And I don't recognize this person anymore. Still get hit again here. I mean, isn't it more exciting to watch somebody who streams the game when they're excited, happy? It is, right? I understand this as well, but you can't be all the time. It's even impossible to fake it for those people who, fake it, fakers. These things that are impossible here. Especially if you do this every day. Maybe some people come here, to the streams, to Twitch, to, hear all the people being salty and complain, of course. I mean, today we are talking, you know, it's not like I'm saying any of these things, you know, we're just talking. I'm a little bit exhausted from yesterday, but I'm pretty content otherwise. No trouble for once. Passing the time, waiting for the next game, waiting for the next campaign. Life is good. Just now when your life is good, it's like you're thinking about your brother then, right? What are you guys playing? Anybody even taking a break from Warhammer 2 for the Wood Elves DLC in 2 months? Or are you guys still grinding? I felt exhausted just watching yesterday's stream. Then you can imagine how it was for me. I pushed it like 4 hours more than I should have. "54 says I haven't played Warhammer 2 in like 3 months, but you're still here, huh? Are you still watching Warhammer 2 or watching other things?" Till PoE League 3K. I'm playing Bell Brothers, nice. Amir says I played Redfoot and I have all of last year now. Just Junkie says I started playing Kingdom of Lamuron. The release is really lazy, but it's fun. I tried playing that game in the past, and it just felt like playing some average MMO offline. The music was cool though. Mr. Warner says I'm in my super long Archon final 9 books campaign, so I'll be ready for easy peasy Wood Elf campaign. The CA has said there will be no news for Wood Elves this month, which tells you that it's late October or even November. Watching Nerd play CK3 and watch you play Warhammer 2 for me. I watched Nerd play some Crusader Kings 3. It looks like a nice game to you know, just click. I might need to try it one time. Like when I feel like we can put more than a couple days into it. You're playing Grim Dawn Hardcore. It does have the offline MMO feel since it was planned to be a one originally. Yeah, that's how it feels like. Started playing C5 a couple days ago. C5 always good. It's the easiest part of this game to get into, yeah. I seen some of the Quill 18 initial stuff, and when he's shown me that, I saw that tooltip change. Holy shit. Feels like a totally different game, right? Like, you know, mouse over this and this and that, like 20 different things on one window. Holy shit, it was mind-blowing. It's like you mouse over one thing and then explains another thing which has another tooltip in, you know, just like if you're like you have everything in one window without going into a million windows. It feels like probably one of the best things that I've seen compared to the second one. It's just massive quality of life. That alone will make learning the game enjoyable, and these guys in the Paradox making that change, they're just huge changes. Like they care for the new user, new player experience. And I realize the main obstacle to get in their games is how friendly is their game to new people. And their games are fucking hostile. If there are people complaining about the complexity of Warhammer 2, then you know there are some people out there that are too pepega to even consider Paradox. The time and effort required to put in that game is massive. It has to be convenient, right? Price as well, yeah, that's another factor. And the future prices too. You guys have no fucking idea. I'm fighting with myself. That is the Elich that's just talking to you right now, and there is that Elich, the special Elich, the one that is, you know, brooding Elich. That's like OCD this, OCD this, that. Look at this fucking combat log. I have to fight that Elich every single day of my life. Look at this fucking combat log. This is the basic one. This is the extended one. Where is the fucking middle ground? I have to deal with that fucking Elich every single time I play this game. And he's complaining non-stop. And I can't complain to you guys non-stop because then you said, this guy is fucking miserable. I don't want to watch this guy. But look at his fucking combat log. Where's the fucking quality of life? This is what you see now. Look at that. What the fuck you see? Shit! You're missing one line of text every single time. And then this is when you extend it. You see everything. Where the fuck is the option for 6 lines, 10 lines? What is like customizable length? So yeah, I have to deal with this every time I play this game. Now imagine, you know, that Elich in the corner, like the brooding one that's like always salty and complaining when he sees a gate bug and he sees a crash. It's like something going up and down in my stomach, you know, and I'm just looking for the bottle. Instantly, fucking instantly. I come from a family of alcoholics. Year after year after year, gate fucking bug. So yeah, it's tough. It's tough sometimes not to complain. When there are clear, obvious quality of life and issues. The creative we are aware assembly. Guys, how many years it has been? 7 years. They finally fixed units holding their spears. You have no fucking idea how much that bothered me when I played Hellenic factions in Warhammer on Top Rome 2. I have no idea. I haven't even started complaining about that when we played Rome 2. How many more years till they fix the gate bug? Every time I send fucking Vlad or Vargulf to attack the door and they end up in the city. And nobody attacking the door and they start to get killed. Manfred, what am I talking about? The beginning of the game, you know. The Manfred's Vargulf and Vlad in his case. So, you know, we love the game, but year after year after year, this is what now, 2nd year Bell Brothers, the combat log is still dog shit. This looks like not enough people are complaining, so I'm just Pepega here. I'm the one, you know, complaining for nothing, right? But in Warhammer 1, 2, 2016, 17, 18, 19, 20, year after year after year, 8 and more thousand hours, never fixed. It drives a man to drink. Or, you know, people have complained that to... I think they exhausted themselves and the CA complaining about this. They are aware of it, you know. And... what? Where's the fix? Instead, they release new stuff that's even more bugged, and then they, you know, because it's half-assed, they have to fix their half-assing. And that's like how it feels like, guys. We get like every big, now and then, big patch, like better turn times. But in the meantime, they're just patching their half-assing. Not doing any meaningful changes, really. Different metas, sometimes they nail it, sometimes they fuck it up. And they're just patching their half-assing every time. And we have to wait months to patch their half-assing in the first place, instead of polishing the game. When will the gate bug be fixed? You ask the CA, you know what they say? They'll say, we are aware of it. We'll look into it. 2019, 20, 21, 22, 23, Warhammer 3 gets the list, gate bug again. This trend is half-assed, to be honest. Oh man, okay, I'll stop. How many hours do you have in Crusader Kings 3? Did you visit? Did you get any sleep? You wake up every morning thinking like, feels good, man, I can keep clicking and pass the day without worrying about anything. 105. 105. How long has this game been released? It's been released 11 days ago. I've been playing over 10 hours, about 10 hours a day. You're playing African Cannibal Witch Caravan right now? What? Is this like a religion thing? Ifrits, and we get this. A little bit low. Oh, we almost lost Helmet today. He almost left us. Maybe we were saved by the Paymaster. Reduces the chance of desertion by 50%. Guys wanna buy some cheese? Got plenty of cheese. How's our situation with health here? We have 2 injuries on Pine Templar. Okay, he's back to dissatisfied. We have 3 days until the Vaporum lockdown. What can we do in 3 days? I guess it's 2.5 days now. I mean, it's still 3 days. I think the game will release like after 4 p.m. Probably, so we have 2 days actually. We have 2 days, boys. Because I'll wake up after the game got released. I could message the devs to get it early. But that's, you know, random. So, I'll be patient. There's no way to finish Crooked Moon first, Kakatama. I'm not gonna be rushing Crooked Moon. And the game could be turned into a long campaign. I wanna have a time window to play a proper Crooked Moon campaign, even if it's just short campaign victory. I'm not gonna be delaying anything for it. The Crooked Moon will not go anywhere, Akatama. This is the worst feeling, you know, like you're waiting for something, you're trying to do something else, and then, you know, you don't know how much hours you're gonna put into it, and then you feel like it got released, and you feel like you wanna do rushing. It's like the worst thing for me. Trust me, we don't wanna do it before. I've been excited about this, and this is what's gonna be happening on 15th. Hell or high water. CK3 $5 and $5 on Xbox Game Pass. What? Well, just a regular Crooked Moon campaign. I'm not sure why people are so excited about it. Basically, just get an extra campaign, guys. Regular Crooked Moon is fine. It's been always fine. We never had any problems with it. Maybe this time his quest bell is not gonna be bugged. I would love to see Mumford winning against the Empire in that Crooked Moon campaign, but I don't want to stay in the Empire early. So, is this like a new thing? 54, you subscribe and you get access to a bunch of video games? Like EA does it? I think they released on Steam. So you can try games and you can even buy them, you know, if you... So, and what happens if your sub runs out? But you get keep the saves and everything, right? Right. It's like Netflix for games. Oh yeah, so they're pushing that. So hold on. Now I got me thinking about something. What's that game Obsidian is working on called? Is this gonna be on Xbox Pass? Is this gonna be like an Xbox exclusive? For the next generation of console of the Xbox? Or is it gonna be on PC as well? Are they gonna do exclusives with these subscriptions as well? Fucking hell, now when you think about it, this could be a thing. Sony has been doing exclusives for years, right? What about the Avowed? You guys seen the Avowed, the game announcement? What does it say? Hold on. I'm excited about that game because, you know, I wanted to, you know, show Bethesda how it's done. But I feel like it might be only for the Xbox. It's in the set in the same world as Pillars of Eternity. Obsidian's big new first-person RPG. Avowed will be a fully open world and much larger than Skyrim. Real-time weather system. It's almost like they're talking about the next Elder Scrolls here. It's Xbox and PC, okay. Thank God. Fuck exclusives. What are serpents doing in here? I'm really looking forward to see these new games since the new consoles are not gonna be dog shit like the last generation with the limited hardware. We might actually get some very large open worlds. Excited to see what they do with it. It feels like every RPG almost suffered because of the consoles in the recent years. Maybe with the exception of Witcher 3. Then again, it's time invested as well. Witcher 3 was massive, you know, they didn't care about consoles, right? Yeah, The Witcher was on consoles as well, but it feels like it was an exception to this. It got downgraded? How was it downgraded, shit wizard? Visually? Uh-huh. My brother tried playing Witcher 3 on his laptop, and he's actually good hard on his laptop, and he couldn't even get 20 FPS on 1080p on lower settings. PC version. I don't remember that game being very demanding and laggy when I streamed it, and I streamed it on my i5 3570K. It was overclocked though, and think it was a R9 270X. But I think I streamed in 720p. Yeah, it was 720p, I think. I didn't switch to 1080 until 1070, I think. On the stream. That CPU, man, I don't know how that CPU survived. That CPU was running like crazy. On stream, i5. 3570K. Pretty good CPU. I guess the overclock did it.
Oh my god! Have you seen that shit? Holy shit!
Take them off.
What the hell?
I hope in the next Witcher game you'll be able to play a girl. A female, not just male. Like they do it in Cyberpunk. You see they're making the next gen upgrade for Witcher 3 with ray tracing and shit? Yeah, I saw. What better reason there is to, you know, buy a graphic card every year than making, you know, these games updated, right? I hope that the next Witcher game will have character creation. It's like they could do it like they could also do it like, what's that game called, the Ubisoft one? I don't know. There's so many of them. Origins, Odyssey. Which one was in the with the Greek? Odyssey. You have a male and a female character. Yeah, Odyssey. I guess it makes sense, it's Odyssey. I'm hell of a confused with Origins and Odyssey. Are they still playing an Assassin, or did they just like kept the name Assassin's Creed and created a new series of games? Hell of a confused. Just stick to one character or leave it completely open-ended, in my opinion. Yeah, the game definitely loses some, you know, some charm if you do it like Skyrim, when you have a pick a race and, you know, just go with it. And it feels like, you know, lazy to live like that. Like they have to put effort around all the things that come alongside with it. But when they have to do it like around Geralt, around him, it feels like more like there's like a whole layer of quality because of lack of options or freedom of choice. The voice acting also gets fucked up as well. But did anybody like voice acting in Fallout 4 from the main character? This probably was the worst thing about Fallout 4, other than those dialogue boxes. Yes, no. That was the worst thing. Sometimes when I was playing Witcher 3, we played everything in Witcher 3, and when Geralt was talking to himself, it was like it did get a little bit old after a while. Immersion breaking almost. Winds howling. But Fallout 4, oh my god, guys, like, stop me if I'm just beating dead horse here. That game just Can you believe I was actually enjoying that game until Roman made me play Witcher 3? And now, like, all I want to do is just complain, but I still want to play it. What's wrong with me? Shit Wizard, what's wrong with me? That game is not good, and I still want to play it. For the lack of options in the open world games, I feel. Because what's the alternative? Skyrim? Fallout New Vegas? In that style of open world? It's a still open world with guns, yeah, and that can be fun. You can see the good game hiding underneath the trademark Bethesda laziness. Well, I couldn't say it better myself. Well said. Because they nailed the open world and the atmosphere, but everything else... Shit Wizard, your mother sucks, dwarf cock. The dialogue, you mean? Oh man, we got a blue face from Shit Wizard. Oh, now we're in trouble. This is family unfriendly stream, guys. You can say things like cock and suck. We have Rubio and Sorority here. We all have perverts assembled. Yep. You know, Shit Wizard, I'm very happy we did The Witcher 1. And I have to say I liked it way more than Witcher 2, but Witcher 2 kinda got spoiled. A thing I will never forget about Witcher 1 is how sometimes combat felt clunky because you were dog shit at it and then say, you know, combat sucks. But later it starts to make sense. Thing number 2, Shani. Can never forget about Shani. And thing number 3. How about that clerk trading card? You guys got the clerk's card? That massive ass. Those muscular legs. Okay, I'll see myself out, guys. I'm gonna go take a nap. And I might be back later with something, or I'm just gonna watch Battlestar Galactica. I'm exhausted. Yeah, go Google it if you haven't seen it. You didn't even get it? I did! I did get that card. I got that card, come on. How do you think I know about it? I got that card. I remember being in that bank and I got it. Had to Google it? No, I already forgot it. You show it to me? Oh my god. You see, too many games. You know, viewers know better than you. Thank god Shit Wizard has those part of memories for me. Okay, Shit Wizard is right. We have to look it on the internet. See you guys later.